Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the topic that is considerations for selection of the potency of drug. So in this how the potency is selected, there are different considerations. In this it can be depend on different factors, that is potency selected of drug for the cure of the patient. So, it is generally held that curable disease may be cured by any potency of drug, provided it is the most homeopathic remedy to the disease concerned. But the speed with which the cure will be effected depends on the potency of the drug as well. So, you know that the curable disease may be cured by any potency of a drug provided if the homeopathic remedy to the disease concerned, that is if you select the proper homeopathic remedy on the basis of similarity and you follow all the criteria given in the organon of medicines, then any potency can cure the disease condition. It is still, but the speed with which the cure will be effected depends on the potency of a drug. But if you require a immediate cure in the patient, you must know or select the exact potency of the drug to cure the patient fastly. So, in this, there are five-fold considerations for choosing the potency of homeopathic drug. In this, Dr. Hahnemann gave the different criteria, that is susceptibility of the patient, second, the seat of the disease, then the nature and the intensity of the disease, then the stage and the duration of the disease, and the fifth factor, that is the previous treatment of the disease. These are the different factors on which the potency of homeopathic drug depends. So, in this, the most important point, that is the susceptibility of the patient. This is the first criteria. So, in this, the more the similar the remedy, the more clearly and positively the symptoms of the patient take on the peculiar and the characteristic form of the remedy. The greater the susceptibility to that remedy and the higher the potency required. So, for this, you know what is mean by susceptibility. So, susceptibility is the internal capability of a living organism to react to the external stimuli. So, susceptibility can be changed with different factors. So, there are several factors which modify the susceptibility of a patient. In this, they explain the different factors. But prior to this, you must understand if the patient having a high susceptibility, you require a high potency. And if the susceptibility is low, you require a low potency. So, there are several factors which modify the susceptibility of a patient. In this, the first factor they explain as a susceptibility is modified by age. Then second factor, susceptibility is modified by constitution and temperament. Then third point they explain as a susceptibility modified by uh, habit and temperament. And fourth factor, that is susceptibility is modified by pathological conditions. So how these different factors modify the susceptibility, we see one by one. So the first factor, susceptibility is modified by age. In this, susceptibility is greatest in children and young vigorous persons and diminishes with age. So susceptibility we found is greater in children and young vigorous persons, but it diminishes with age, means it becomes low in old age. So the children and young persons having high susceptibility require high potency, and the old age people having low potency require a having a low susceptibility requires low potency. Then children are particularly sensitive during development, and the most sensitive organs are those that are being developed, that is the cutting of teeth. Therefore, medicines having a peculiar affinity for those organs should be given in a medium or higher potency. That is, in children, you find that these are more sensitive during their developmental period, and that having a different developmental period, that is having teething period, that having a walking period, that having a talking period, that having a brain development period, and this different developmental period having some medicines having peculiar affinity for that organs, means there is some uh, medicine having a affinity for particular organ, and the children having that development period during of that organ. So in that particular period, the medicines which we choose, it should be considered very carefully, and you have to choose the medium or a higher potency during that period of that particular medicine. That is, medicines having a peculiar affinity for those organs should be given in a medium or a higher potency. So this is the first factor, that is susceptibility is modified by age. That is, children having high susceptibility so require high potency, old age people having low susceptibility so require low potency. Then the second factor, susceptibility is modified by constitution and temperament. That is, how susceptibility is modified by constitution or temperament. So in this, that is, high potencies are best adapted to sensitive persons of nervous, sanguine or choleric temperament, to intelligent and intellectual persons, quick to act and react, to jealous and impulsive persons. That is, in which constitution or in which temperament you require the high potencies. That is, the high potencies require in a sensitive persons that having a nervous, sanguine and a choleric temperament, which are intelligent and intellectual persons that are quick to act or react, that are jealous and impulsive persons. These persons require a higher potency. And in which persons you require a low potencies, that is, the persons that having a larger and more frequent doses, corresponds better to torpid and the phlegmatic individuals, dull of comprehensions and slow to act, to coarse fibered, sluggish individuals of gross habits, to those who possesses great muscular power but who require a powerful stimulus to excite them. When ill, they often require low potencies or even sometimes material doses. So these are the different constitutions or the temperament persons who require low potencies. Then the third factor we are going to discuss, that is susceptibility is modified by habit and temperament. So in this, they explain the different factors. In this, susceptibility increased by intellectual occupation, by excitement of imaginations and emotions, by sedentary occupations, by long sleep, by effeminate life. Such persons need higher potencies. That is, these persons having a increased intellectual occupations, that having a excitement of imaginations and emotions, having sedentary occupations, that persons having a high susceptibility and require high potencies. On the other hand, the people who are accustomed to a long and severe labor out of doors, who sleep little and whose food is coarse, are less susceptible. That is, person who are doing the laborious work, that having a high food or coarse food, that having a low susceptibility, and these persons require a low potencies. Then persons exposed to continual influence of drugs, etc., possess a little susceptibility to medicines and usually require low potencies. That is, persons having a continual influence of some drugs, that possesses a low potency, a low susceptibility, and that require a low potency. So usually require low potencies, except where their influence is directly caused by some particular drug influence, when a high potency of the same or a similar drug may prove to be the best antidote. But in this, the exception is that if that drug having a particular affinity for a particular medicines, in that cases, that medicines require a high dose to antidote the effect of that prior drugs. So this is regarding the influence of drugs. Then the next is regarding the idiots and deaf dumb persons having a low susceptibility and require low potencies. Then persons who have already taken many crude drugs often require high potencies. Now the fourth factor, that is susceptibility is modified by pathological conditions. How susceptibility is modified by pathological conditions? In this, in certain terminal conditions, the power of the organism to react even to the indicated homeopathic remedy may become so low that material doses can arouse the vital reactions. So in these cases, the pathological conditions means the person is suffering from some deep pathological changes or a disease conditions, and he is towards the terminal conditions of his life. In that cases, he having a low susceptibility and requires a low potency. So the homeopathic remedy may become so low that only material doses can arouse the vital reactions, as their vital reaction cannot give response properly. So in that cases, that having a low susceptibility and requires a low potency for these conditions. Then second point regarding this, it being slowly a question of approximating the quality and the quantity of the dose to the grade or the plane of a disease according to the law of similars. If the grade of the disease is low, power of the reaction is low, the remedy must be given in a low potency. That is, the person having a deep pathological changes and approximating the quality and the quantity of the dose to the grade of a plane of the disease, that is according to the law of similars. If the disease having the grade of disease is low, then power of the reaction is low. The patient having the power of reaction is very low. In that cases, you require low potencies. So when the finer shading of the symptoms belonging to acute conditions is in vigorous sensitive patients do not appear, and there are only common pathological symptoms, organ symptoms, gross terminal symptoms, and symptoms that corresponds to effect of crude drugs in massive toxic doses. In a case, potentized medicine will not act. So in that cases where there is pathological symptoms, where there is organ symptoms, where there is a gross terminal symptoms, and the symptoms that corresponds to the effect of a crude drugs, in that cases in massive toxic doses, in case potentized medicine will not act. So patient having a low vital reaction, having a low susceptibility, so require a low potency, and patient having low vital reactions, they cannot give the proper vital reactions to the high potencies. So the potentized medicine will not act in that persons that having a deep pathological changes, that having organ symptoms, that having a gross terminal symptoms. So they corresponds to the low potencies only and not to the higher potencies. So they require low potencies in that cases. So these are the four factors. First, that is susceptibility modified by age, susceptibility modified by constitution and temperament, susceptibility is modified by habit and temperament, and fourth one, that is susceptibility is modified by pathological conditions. So these are the four factors which modify the susceptibility. So the first point we covered, that is susceptibility of a patient. Now the second factor, that is the seat of the disease, and the third factor, that is its character or nature and the intensity. These 2 points covered commonly, that is the seat of the disease, its character and the intensity. So in this, certain malignant and rapidly fatal diseases like cholera etc. may require material doses or low potencies of a drug. So there are some disease conditions which having a fatal diseases, or which we call it as a fatal diseases, which may end into the death. That diseases require a low potencies or a material doses. Or the disease characterized by diminished vital reaction require low potencies, while diseases characterized by increased vital response better to higher intense potencies. In short, the higher the susceptibility, higher the potency. So in this, the diseases having a pathological condition, deep pathological conditions, that having a low susceptibility and require a low potencies. But the diseases having a functional disturbances, having high vital reactions, that having a high susceptibility and require a high potencies. So diseases characterized by diminished vital reaction means in patient there is diminished vital reaction which requires a low potency, that react to the low potency only. But the diseases characterized by increased vital reaction or that responds better to that vital reactions that require a higher potency. In short, higher the susceptibility, the higher the potencies. Then the fourth factor, that is they combine the two factors, that is the seat of the disease and the its character and intensity. These are second and third factor. So we consider this third factor as a fourth factor, the stage and the duration of the disease. What is the stage and duration of the disease? So at one stage, the disease, when the vital reaction is low, the patient may need a low potency and frequent repetition. That is, we found in collapsed condition of cholera, and at another a high potency. So the stage of disease means, if the stage of the disease progresses, you require a low potency and frequent repetition. But the disease is in a first stage or in early stages, you require a high potency with minimum repetition. So in this, the patient when goes towards a collapsed condition, in that cases you require a low potency and a frequent repetition. So this is the regarding the stage of the disease. And a good homeopathic physician should never confine himself to a single potency, but should be ready to use the whole scale of potency from the lowest to the highest according to the occasion demands. That is, physician not depend on only a one or two potency, that he should follow all the scale of potency or hold the scale of potency, and from the lowest to the highest according to the occasion of demands. As the disease demands, accordingly he should use the potency, that is low potency and high potency. So this is the fourth factor, that is stage and duration of the disease. Now the fifth factor, that is the previous treatment of the disease. That is, in some cases, due to abuse of too many drugs in crude doses, the patient seems to lose all susceptibility for the time being. In such condition, it is advisable to cease all medications for a few days and carefully regulate diet and regimen. Then medications may be started again according to the other factors, either a low or a medium potency. So in some cases, patient is taking a medicine or a drugs in a crude form since long time, and in that cases these crude drugs affect their susceptibility for a time being. And to remove the effect on the susceptibility in such conditions, it is advisable to cease all the medications. Means you have to stop all the medication and you for a few days, and you carefully regulate their diet and regimen, and after some time then medications may be started again according to the other factors, that is either low or medium potency. So in that cases, that to remove the bad effect of these crude drug substances, you have to stop all the medicines and you have to regulate the diet and regimen of the patient, and after this his susceptibility is free from the bad effects of the crude form of drug, and then you can select the remedy from the low or a medium potency for that particular patient. So this is regarding the previous treatment of the disease. So these are the 5 factors on which we select the potency of a drugs. That is, first the susceptibility of the patient, second the seat of the disease, third one the character or the intensity of the disease, then the fourth one the stage and duration of the disease, and fifth one the previous treatment of the disease, on which you can select the potency of the drug for the patient to cure permanently. So in this lecture we covered this topic. If you can have any difficulty regarding this topic, you can ask me personally anytime. So please listen carefully and study properly. So thank you friends.